Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this guy, Alexis McAllister, is someone whose stock rose dramatically due to his exploits with the national side. But he's someone I see as a born footballer. I mean, he can play the sixth position, he can play in the number 8 position, but I feel he's probably best suited to the number 10 role because I think he has that creative edge, he has that craft, and that's where he should be used to greatest effect.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. There's the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So, a breakthrough already.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Climbs up big! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Stood up well to him there. Played out towards the right wing. Milan are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Now it's Berbatov. Messi. Referee's given a throw. And he's managed to gift it back. Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Bergkamp.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Bergkamp threads one in, aimed in towards the centre. Alexander-Arnold clears. Xavi Alonso. And that has been slung wide. Quick look, then plays it in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now, can they get him away? And the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Substitutions taking place.
And the second half gets underway. Milan carrying a 1-goal lead. Looking to play him in. That is good alertness. Xavi Alonso. And Cherki. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold. Good driving. And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. They've played it short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that is a little undercooked. And it's McAllister. And now the breakaway. Now it's Bergkamp. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Howson can get it clear. Oh, good take in a good area. Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Spread neatly. Now this could be a chance.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Tonali receives it in a good position here.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
McAllister. Defending was strong and firm.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 22, Tonali. Number 9, Berbatov. Coming on the field,
Looking for options for movement. Rafinha.
number 17, Rafinha. Number 15,
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
substitution. There will be 1 minute.
Oitoe! Goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Stylish in the extreme, and there goes the final whistle. Milan can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner.
Would the owner of a
Well, after
blue
all of that, Jim,
car
what are you
park at the
thinking?
stadium
Well, the
gate,
look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
against Milan.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Due really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's a throw. In once more. And that should get the job done. He won't be happy with that one.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
He's picked his way through. Big chance! Goal! Manchester United! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Forwards and with intent. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Defending of the desperate variety. Tries to play it through. And here's Berbatov. And it's Bergkamp. And reclaimed it in a trice. Jordan Henderson. Makaleli can so cleverly bypass the press.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Nicely shaped ball. Mbappe tries to pass it through. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Ronaldinho. And he's straight offside. Now it's Donadoni. And they're quick to get it back.
There will be
And
1
here's
minute added
Bergkamp.
time.
Looking to go deep. Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Featuring our guest performance today.
Milan get the second half started. Tonali and Donadoni. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Xavi Alonso. And it's Tonali. Played out wide. Back into the middle. Cleared without hesitation. Great chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Oh, smashing header! Berbatov crosses, and the keeper beats it away. Threads one in. And now they can spring out of defence.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Almost an hour gone. Knocks it into space. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Xavi Alonso. Milan looking to pass their way through. Bergkamp. Lovely bit of skill. And here's Bergkamp. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Corner number 2 then. Punched away. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. And he was quick to react. Tonali. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Great vision. And that's been slipped through. Chance here to counter. Great ball, and he's in here, and he shoots! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! There was to be only one outcome.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Manchester United take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Ambitious ball here. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. And that is that. Milan can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end. Your reflections then, Jim?
I enjoyed that, Peter. Both teams went about their work in a really committed manner, and for me it just
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility and his adaptability.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the way he's developed a more expansive front-footed game over the years. That's highly impressive.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely aimed pass. And the pass is intercepted. Tonali. Now, can they get him away? Deflected behind for a corner kick. Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Fernandez can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. This looks promising. And the flag he's through and all alone! And the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! There is the breakthrough! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So, a breakthrough already. Throw in. And it's Xavi Alonso. Mbappe, he's through here. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. And now the breakaway. Oh, that's well spotted. He's found a way through. He's free. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Bergkamp clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Alonso! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. He's got tall. Oh, crossbar! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Donadoni is there, and he can pick it up. Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. 30 minutes gone. Mbappe. Now it's Batistuta.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp. He's having a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Milan get their fourth corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now, can they get it back? Donadoni aimed beyond the defence, and he cuts out the supply. Filippo Inzaghi has found the net here, of course. And here's Bergkamp. Gets into some space. Tries to get it clear. He's gone for goal! It's anyone's ball now. Nouri, great defending, strong and determined. And Batistuta! Oh, classic Batistuta! A finish of true class! There's the whistle for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Please watch the screen if you have a ticket. Substitution for Milan, number 5, Bergkamp.
And the action is back underway.
Number 10.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh no, this does not look good. Looking for the run. Oh, easy pickings there. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. He's having a go! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Batistuta! Oh, it rattles the bar. And he's quick to snatch it back. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. He's picked his way through. Oh, well played, well played. Chiellini. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Donatoni. Passing is crisp and sharp. Berbatov. Rijkaard. And it's Fernandez. Nouri. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Fernandez.
That's good play from him.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Gets a good foot in there. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Great ball if he can get there. And Batistuta! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they are pulling clear here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Paris Saint-Germain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And yes, it's him again. A case now of complete control. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Batistuta. That's a shade optimistic. Tonali.
There will be 1 minute added time.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. And that's that. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
This guy,
He's got tall! And the header is disappointing in the end.
well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Liverpool looking to pass their way through. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, shooting chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Tonali. He might be in here! Oh, he's big chance! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Mbappe carries the ball down the right. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Chance! They've scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Liverpool grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Dembele! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
And it's Bergkamp. Great run on the overlap here. An instinctive delivery. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Roberto Carlos. Milan finding their passes. And he's in on goal. Shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Terrific header! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Xabi Alonso is there, and he can pick it up. Tonali can see things others simply cannot. Bergkamp. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Mbappe. Van Dijk has been caught there. It's a foul. And here's Bergkamp. And he's whipped it across.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And there's the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Lost children's announcement. With the father of a boy in the green backpack, kindly contact a nearby member of staff. Substitution for Milan, number 9, Berbatov. Coming on to replace
There's the whistle then to start the second half.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Mbappe hurtling down that right flank. He's shifting through the gears here. Mbappe! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Dembele! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Roberto Carlos. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Spread it left. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Dembele. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Roberto Carlos. He's in space and looking for options. Thinks about the shot. Haaland. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. He gets big. Goal, Milan! And they get themselves in front. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers.
Chance for a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
Bergkamp tries to play it through. In towards the back stick. It's a throw-in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's De Bruyne. Played out to the left flank. Oh, nice touch. Dembele stood his ground strongly. And this is De Bruyne. Van Dijk tries to clear.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And that's going to be a booking. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Howson. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And that is that. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Haaland claiming the Man of the Match award. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. Well, to so many, he is, of course, a fantasy hero, a walking work of art, the phenomenon that is CR7.
Yeah, an incredible footballer. So many of his peers are on their way down, if not retired, but not him. His game may be a little different, his position may be different, but the way he approaches the game is very much the same. He's only in it for one thing, Peter.
For winning.
For scoring and winning.
Vieira. Neymar. And it's Valverde. And here's Rafinha. Donatoni. Tonali. And now the breakaway. Now it's Berbatov. Now Howson. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Tries to pass it through. Berbatov showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Valverde! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Chiellini getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Nicely shaped ball. He's found a way through. Now can he find a finish? And he's been shifted off it. Milan still without a single shot on target. Yamal. Rafinha. He's picked his way through. There's the shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Cristiano Ronaldo is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Rafinha.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can...
Great chance! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
It's their second corner of the game. And that should get the job done. Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Bergkamp. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Shoots! Goal! Milan! That was a given. It always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0. It's Roberto Carlos! Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Played back to the goalkeeper. Vieira. Neymar. Roberto Carlos. Great defending, strong and determined. That'll be a throw-in. And the first half is done. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Milan head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Donadoni. Dunk. Now it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. Van Dijk tries to clear. Corner number 3 coming up. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. It'll be a throw-in. Roberto Carlos shapes to shoot. Plays a sharp little ball here. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good switch, that.
Now it's Berbatov. Now that's well seen too. Roberto Carlos, a true great in every sense of the word. And here's Rashford. Oh, that's fabulous. Gives it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
And the pass is intercepted. Roberto Carlos. In towards the back stick. Khan claims it without any fuss.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And he's quick to get it clear again. Roberto Carlos. Neymar. Oh, well played, well played. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and Rashford! Should have equalised.
Such a good opportunity, Peter. I hope he doesn't end up regretting that miss.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. Chiellini getting this one clear.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's nice. And we're done. Milan have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Donatoni taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Havertz! Sensational by Havertz! A finish right from the top draw. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Knocks it out wide. And here's Bergkamp. Great ball. There's the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Chance! He scored! And he is away! The launch of a brand new hero. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Goes looking wide. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Good reason for optimism here. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can spring out of defence. And he cuts out the supply. Havertz. Ibrahimovic. Cruyff. And this is Cruyff. Aim forwards. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And the shot! In he goes again! Decent enough try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Oh, that's a key interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Donatoni. And it's Berbatov. Beckenbauer. Ibrahimovic. It's a pretty loose pass. Gets into some space. Tries the cross.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Beckenbauer gets over and intercepts. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Milan are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And the shot's on here. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Tonali actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Bergkamp. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bayer Leverkusen are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've...
Great chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Tries to play it through. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Up he goes! Goal! Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan go into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to...
Can he finish? And yet another chance goes to waste.
Bayer Leverkusen really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Donatoni. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And it's Bergkamp. Now, can they get him away? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Looking to play him in. Beckenbauer wins the duel this time. Quality ball. Great vision. Now it's Havertz.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Bayer Leverkusen really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Roberto Carlos. Havertz. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Van Dijk gets it clear. Bayer Leverkusen finding their passes. And now they can clear their lines.
Bayer Leverkusen really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
There will be 1 minute.
Passing nice and neat. Good read, needed. So that's it. It is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Van Dijk voted man of the match, and deservedly so.